Yo, 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 yo! Hello, Vipony! Hello, Vipony! Johnny Wilson here with another fanfic reading. Not just any fanfic reading, but one from my own personal story. It's chapter 3 of Spike's New Brother. Last time, Spike was disowned in front of every pony in Ponyville by his own sister, Twilight, just after he found out that 5 of the main 6 were in love with him. And he disowned her right back and ran out of the library on his birthday, no less. What's gonna happen? And after that, Twilight finally gets out of the funk of why she, being such a jerk, and realizes she wasn't in her right mind. But it was too late. What's gonna happen between Twilight and Spike? We'll see. Forgive me if I stutter. I've just not been myself lately. I'm gonna try and read this. This is gonna be my 20th time trying to read this. Okay. Chapter 3. A Brother from Another World. Moments later, Spike was still running, tears in his eyes. All he could think of was this really happening? Why, after all these years, was she doing this? How could she throw him away like that? We were family! You, my sister, and I thought I was your brother. So why? So why? Were all these years just a lie? When she became a princess, she no longer needed me? Is that why she kept me around? So many questions were in the young dragon's mind, as well as mixed emotions. Anger, hurt, sadness, all swirling. He stopped dead in his tracks. No longer could he take all these emotions flowing at one time. Spike clenched his claws, closed his eyes, opened them again, and just roared. While doing so, he spewed the mightiest green flame he could muster. It was so mighty, so strong. It was a beam of pure energy. It shot through the sky, as if it was going to penetrate the heavens of a Christian. It was so powerful and majestic, the dragons on the outskirts of Ponyville saw and heard this, but only shook their heads in heartbreak. One was the dragon that Spike had met some many years ago when he first ran away from Twilight. When he thought he was being replaced by Twilight's pet owl, Razorfang was his name. He could not recognize the dragon's roar, but he knew the flame. All he could do was shake his head in sadness. Poor little dragon cub. He must be suffering a very painful heart. Heck, if I had to guess, dragon heartbreak. No dragon cub should ever have to go through that. Whoever did this must be sure proud of themselves, he said with anger in his voice. If he was my child, and I found out who did this, I'd melt the flesh off the bones. Meanwhile, at the Golden Oaks Library, Twilight had not moved from her spot, still gazing at the front door of the library. Once stood Spike, her #1 assistant, her little brother. Twilight shook her head, trying to focus on the here and now. She realized she had to go out and desperately try to explain to him what was going on. She started racing for the door, her wings starting to unfold, getting ready to take off into the sky. But she was stopped by these words. "Stop right there, Twilight Sparkle. Don't you go near my son. You've hurt him more than enough, and quite frankly, I am shocked and appalled that you are my student. And you better explain to me now what in the name of Tartarus is going on," replied Celestia in an upset and booming voice only a mother could reduce to the heartbreak of her only son. "We thou second that. What has gotten into you, young mare? And it better be a good explanation. If not, the punishment for what you've done here tonight will be nothing you've ever experienced. No pony hurts my nephew, and I mean no pony." "Well said, Princess of the Night," replied Rarity with the most nastiest, meanest look she had ever dawned upon her face. "How can you do that to him? I know more than anyone how loyal he can be. He can be the most sweetest, gentlest, gentlecoat of all time, despite him being a dragon. The only reason I did not go out with him, despite his obvious crush on me, was because of his age. If I had only known. You have been treating him like this, and hurt him on his birthday. For Equestria's sake, his birthday, Twilight! I should have had him move in with me the moment he had his growth spurt. He is your brother. He needs love from his friends and family. If you will not give it to him as his sister, then I will give it to him as a special sun pony. He's waited long enough, and to be quite frankly, he deserves a whole lot better than some pony like you.
Now hold on there, Sugar Cube. I disagree with you being the one to take care of him and saying you to be a special sun pony, but that's an argument for another day. But yeah, you have a point when you say that this pony is not the Twilight Sparkle we know and loved. She would never hurt that dragon the way she has.
Applejack.
Oh no, don't start acting unfriendly now, because by all rights, I should turn myself around and buck you in the face so hard, you be in the hospital for 6 weeks.
She then quickly turned to Rainbow Dash.
Hey Dash, you better go follow Spike. Don't try to talk to him, just, keep an eye on him. Let him have some space to blow off some steam.
Rainbow Dash saluted.
You got it. I'll do my best. But no promises. After all, I am the element of loyalty,
she said with a sly smirk.
But still, Spike has gotten so fast since he had Ghost Spud. Whatever type dragon his father was must have been a speed demon.
She then had a big smile on her face.
I can't wait for him to get his wings. Because if he's that fast on his feet, just think of how fast he is with wings. We make the ultimate sports couple. Fastest couple in Equestria. I like the sound of that.
With that, she went to turn around to fly out the door. However, she stopped in mid-flight and grabbed Twilight and yanked her inches off the ground and looked her at her dead in the eye.
You better have a good reason for why you acted like a pure good-for-nothing, or you and I are gonna have it out big time, and you better hope Celestia and Luna are there to stop me, because, well, you better hope you don't find out.
She dropped Twilight and went flying out the door, creating a sonic rain boom in her wake. To try and catch up with Spike, Twilight just sat there and blinked. She never seen Rainbow Dash like this. However, next was Pinkie Pie, and Twilight was afraid. Now every pony knew what happens when she's mad.
Yeah, let's just say it's not pretty sight.
She trotted over to Twilight, looked her up and down, then suckered her and looked her up and down again.
Twilight,
said Pinkie Pie.
I know magic does help us solve our problems from time to time. However, you should never been reading from that book. I told you that spell had bad mojo on it,
she said with a stern look.
But I forgive you. I know that wasn't you, and you would never hurt Spike. But your family and friendship with him is another story. Twilight, this is the greatest crisis that's ever happened, and there have been some doozies.
She started heading out for the door. She turned around and gave Twilight a hug.
This may be your greatest challenge yet. Don't give up. I'm gonna go with Rainbow and help the search. 2 ponies are better than 1.
She chuckled and gave the most sweetest, passionate smile as her cheeks turned crimson red.
Besides, I can't let my Spiky Bear be alone if my plans for the future hope to come true. I need to show him that I'll be there for him when he needs it. So, see ya!
With that said, she raced off in a pink blur. Twilight felt some relief, yet was puzzled by what she had said. Yet, wasn't puzzled. She knew it meant that even if they did find Spike, he may not ever forget or forgive her for what she had done tonight. Heck, over the last few weeks, or ever. You know, that went better than I thought. It would with Pinkie Pie, replied Twilight, with a casually relaxed tone.
Here I thought she would get really mad at me, but wait a minute.
Spiky Bear? Future plans?
What?
Fluttershy was up next, but she was the most saddened at the situation. For what she did shocked every pony. She slapped Twilight across the face. Twilight just sat there, rubbing where she was slapped gently. Yeah, I know. Fluttershy knocking the taste out of some pony's mouth. But hey, don't mess with the Fluttershy's friends and family, and especially her special sun pony. Whew. Anyway, back to the story. Every pony in the room, including Applejack, his jaw dropped.
Fluttershy, didn't expect that from you, girl.
Fluttershy gladly accepting the compliment from Applejack. But she didn't take her eyes off Twilight. She began to speak. "I don't know why. I don't know," she said in a soft yet serious tone. "Whenever it was a spell or not, you might have just destroyed a beautiful friendship between you and Spike, as brother and sister. All I can tell you is right now, use all the power you have to your last breath to make up with Spike. If you can't, you don't deserve any of us as your friend. But know this, if you can't do it, then I'll use all my love for him to save him from his pain." The moment she said that, Twilight's ears perked up, her eyes widened to the size of tennis balls. Well, her pupils, that is. You get the point. "Love? You mean love as a friend, right?" Twilight asked if she was expecting Fluttershy to be playing a joke. "No," Fluttershy said kindly. "Love as in, I love him as my special sun pony." And with that, she took off after Pinkie Pie and Rainbow to look for Spike. Once again, Twilight's jaw made a great effort to hit the floor, still shocked from what she had seen and heard. In only 30 minutes, everything that was the way it should be, her and Spike having fun with her friends. Then the next day, everything she knew had changed. Spike had grown, and now her friends seemed to care about Spike more than a friend, more than usual, and more than a friend. Twilight bowed her head and started rubbing it with her hoof, trying to figure out what had been changing over the last few weeks. With her friends, her little number one assistant, aka little brother. Then it dawned on her. She turned around to see a sly smirk on Applejack's face.
Well, well. Seems you finally get what's going on around here. Just so you know, it's not just the 5 of us that have fallen in love with Spike. Most of the males around here have had their eye on you, and that goes for me.
With that, she topped her hat to Twilight and said,
"Twilight, I can already tell that you didn't mean a word you said. I noticed that dark magic on you when you first came in here. Then I noticed it disappearing after you got hit by that magic blast. You can fill us in on the details later. Right now, this cowgirl better get going, moving, if she don't want any of her rivals to get ahead of her. See ya, Sugar Cube."
With that, she galloped off after the others. Whew. Give me a minute, folks. I need to catch my breath. Okay. Once again, there was Twilight, sitting in the same spot, now opening and closing her mouth, like she was about to try and explain the situation, but with no luck.
Okay, I can't see what's going on so far. I messed up a spell which was supposed to help me focus on to get Spike's surprise birthday party ready for him. But apparently I messed it up, making me be so focused on a false threats to Equestria for the past few weeks. I believe in that time I completely ignored everyone around me. And I guess that I treated them spitefully. My, this spell certainly is a spell that is meant to harm others and bring disharmony and chaos.
But she said in a quieting tone, but this is the tone that everyone used when they're about to yell, and sure enough she did.
"When in the hay did my little brother become a Casanova around here? Especially with 5 of my dearest friends. Wait, the whole town has eyes on him? Sweet Equestria, when did he get so big? He's just a hatchling. They can't be interested in him like that. Can they?"
Yo. Listen, every pony. Listen, every bone. This is to be continued. For some reason, I'm losing the mojo. I feel like I'm gonna lose it and mess up bad. So, I'm gonna make this into a 3-part version of the story. Thanks for reading. And forgive me if I'm stuttering. For the last few weeks, I've had major problems. This is the 19th time or the 20th, and I'm surprised I got this far. I don't know why, but I'm messing up big time. So I'm doing it in parts now. I think I might have to go with that. I'm leaving it off here. This way I'll know what to do. Now, this story has a mind of its own. Every time I go in there and edit it, it goes back to parts I've already rewritten. But, like I said, I'm going to get off, and thank you for reading. And I just had a block, and I'm lucky I got this far. Thank you, and good night.